I'm Cash, and welcome back to Cash Talks Football, where today we're doing Madrid against Stuttgart. And I'll be honest, Stuttgart, they had a lot of opportunities in the first 15 minutes of this game and could have made it really tight. Thankfully, they're not playing a two-leg format, and Madrid have to go back and play at Stuttgart because they'd be worried if they had to. But we're going to talk about Real Madrid. I'm going to try to follow them a lot more this season, especially in the Champions League, because I'm really interested to see how everything works with Vinicius Jr. and Mbappe and how they make that work, and if it does work with Bellingham and the likes. But I'm going to comment on this first goal here, and you're going to see this, and you can see quite a lot, right? This happened quite a lot, I think, through the season. Because they've got so much pace and power up front, they're able to hold defenders and keep them back and keep them wide. But this little wee defender here makes just an ever so slight error. Can you see him there? He's gone too far, right? He's gone 1 or 2 extra yards. And it's not because his line's back here. It's because this guy is right on the halfway line and he's quicker than him. So he really needs to be right, just 1 or 2 steps back. And even then, he's probably still not going to get to this ball. And this is the advantage of having, real pace. Not pace, real pace. These defenders have to stay back and you have to stay wide and cover them. There's no one else can come out here and cover. These guys, their whole back four is getting stretched because they have powerful runners on both sides that can punish you. So when this ball goes in behind, you're going to watch, and you're going to watch the defender just miss by just a bit. And there's the difference. If he's 2 yards back, he's getting this ball. But he's not. And he has to try to get tight because he doesn't want the ball to get into this guy's feet, him to spin and run. But the real danger is the space behind when you're playing against really pacey players. You can't get tight. You really can't, because they're just going to have the ball play behind you, and now it's a foot race. And you know they're faster than you. So when this ball gets played, let's have a little bit of a look. The ball gets pinged. Bosh. Off we go. Oh, sorry, gets played in the midfield. Here we go. You can see this guy's body shape. He's looking to play the ball. Look at how stretched this back four is. This guy's run forward to step to pressure the ball here. It's all too late. All too late. You are already done. If you're on the sideline and you're coaching, I'm there going, oh dear, he stepped up. We're done. And no one can come back and cover. Hope me keeper makes a save, because that's about all the hope you've got here. Bob, open an envelope. As it goes through though, Bosh, you see what I mean? He's just skipped past him. He was half a yard or a yard too far. He's tried to cut the through ball out, which he probably could have if he went a little bit further. But here's the other problem. If he does go a little bit further this way, the ball doesn't go in behind him that side. It goes in behind him on the other side. So he's damned if he does and he's damned if he doesn't. And a lot of it is this other centre-back has just gone on a mazy and pressured too far forward. So his cover here isn't there. This is how the fine margins are. When one defender steps up and the other defender gets the ball in behind, he's now isolated 1v1. You don't want to be isolated 1v1 against anyone in this Real Madrid lineup. You can see a second ago they were level and now they're not. He just put on the afterburners, blew past him, and he can even get here time to slow down and pick up a pass and just roll it into the net box. It's that simple. And I have a feeling against a lot of teams this season, it's going to be that simple for Real Madrid. It's going to be fun to watch, I think, as he goes. You can see how close this centre-back was. If the other centre-back hadn't got pulled out and run into midfield, you know he would have been back just in time to cut this ball out. He's not. Off it comes across. Dosh, Bosh. Into the net box it goes. 1-0 to Madrid. And honestly, Stuttgart would have been good for 1-0 at this time as well, because they played great. I do still think with this Real Madrid team, though, you can get them defensively. And this corner is a classic example. There's a little bit of lack of just sort of discipline in holding your, doing your roles and doing your responsibilities until the ball is cleared out of the box. And you're going to see that right now. Keep a little eye on what happens here on the back stick. Right here. This is the area. The ball just drops over and then it just gets knocked back. And the problem is, all the Stuttgart players are pretty much marked until the first touch of the ball from the corner. So as it comes in, Bosh, this little touch here, comes back in, and everyone seems to go to sleep from Real Madrid. Look, Dosh, there we go. Everyone, right, we've all stopped now. Stop marking. Let these players can be completely and utterly free here. They've all just sort of frozen. When it drops here, there's no real pressure on the ball, and he just sort of helps it back across the box. Nothing special. And it's funny when it hits this guy and he scores with his header. I actually don't think he knows what he's doing. It kind of looks like it sort of bounces off him and goes in the goal. No Madrid players anywhere near him, except for he was marked a second ago. They've just drifted away. And this is where I think their vulnerability will be this season, is stuff like this. Because they're talented, because they know they can score goals, I think they're going to be a little bit loose at the back. Their defenders just up, Rudiger and the likes, just a little bit too casual for my liking. When this ball comes back across, bomph, bomph, into the net box. It's that simple. Yeah, it's a little bit too easy. You can see how many of the Madrid players have just sort of left their marks and just gone on, well, we're going to win it. Let's go and score another one. Well, you didn't win it and you got punished. You have to do your jobs until the ball is cleared outside the 18-yard box, or you will get punished. And they did. Let's get on to the next goal. It's funny because the corner that they scored from a corner, and of course Madrid go down the other end. Luka Modric puts in a great ball, and this is absolutely shocking from the Stuttgart goalkeeper. I don't know what he's doing. I'm going to show you from the other angle, and you can see how poor it is. The next two goals are completely and utterly on this goalkeeper. Right, he comes to win a ball, and he doesn't win the ball. Well, what are you doing? Not only doesn't he win the ball, he's nowhere near it, and he lets Rudiger just jump in front of him and get a simple header. Here we go. Look, watch. Dumpf comes across. Simple header. Now, when I show you from the other side, you're really going to understand of how bad this goalkeeper's decision making is. He didn't need to come from the ball. He wasn't going to win it, so he just has to stand there. If he does, he just catches it. Look, I'll just show you. It'll be easy. Here you go. This gives you an absolutely perfect view of what's going on. Rudiger, the goalkeeper is supposed to be here defending the goal, and he's decided not to, or got anywhere near this ball here. Anywhere near it at all. He hasn't attacked it properly. He's not even in. He's 5 yards away from the ball. Like, what are you doing? All he has to do is stay back in goal and just catch it. He doesn't. He goes and pressures it. Now, I think this is what might have caused him to make the mistake for the next goal as well. It's just overall shocking. But yeah, terrible mistake. Costs his team a goal just because he's so eager to come out and challenge for a ball he's got no business doing. Oh, by the way, he could have if he's just stepped over to the side a bit and then challenged for the ball, but he hasn't done that. He's just come straight down the field to punch what? No one knows. He's missed everything. Dosh, look at him flapping. Foot's out for some reason, hands up, and like it's just terrible goalkeeping. And this is why goalkeepers are so important, because of mistakes like this. Okay, so I'm going to show you this goal from this angle here because I think it's the best way of trying to show you. This defending is absolutely shocking. Not only is the goalkeeper terrible when the actual strike's taken, but this here is terrible. He is running away from the ball, and you're going, oh, okay, but he's kind of supposed to be. Yeah, I agree. He's supposed to be backtracking just as slightly, okay? But he's also supposed to be trying to squeeze that side of the field a little bit. But not just yet, because he's still got this runner, and he's still worried that this guy can just pass it behind him and play this guy in here. So he's still got to kind of curve his run a little bit and go that way to put pressure on this ball. He has to pressure the ball. If the guy makes the pass, so be it. He can make a mistake with the pass. The other guy can have a bad first touch with the pass, but he has to pressure the ball because the ball's the danger. The pass that hasn't happened isn't the danger. And remember, as soon as he gets past this halfway line, that he can keep that guy offside. He can actually pressure the ball and the pass is null and void then. He doesn't do any of those things. As we move this forward here, watch what happens. He runs away from the ball. Instead of curving his run ever so slightly and trying to squeeze this side of the field, he squeezes this side of the field and opens the field up for this guy. He's like, oh, thank you very much. Are you just going to let me run all the way down the field and just kick the ball in the goal? Is that what you're going to do, Mr. Defender? Yes, that's exactly what this professional footballer is going to do, who is playing Champions League football. He's going to run away from the football to cover the two players that don't have the ball and will be offside as soon as they cross the halfway line because the ball's here. Like, watch. We're going to move it on just a little bit more. He runs further away from the ball, expecting goodness knows what. This guy can't imagine or believe it. He's like, why is he running away from me? Does he not know the game is about getting the football? No, he doesn't. Now he starts to get a little bit closer. One of those other players does a bit of an overlap to try to make some space, but he doesn't have to make some space. The Stuttgart defender is going to do it all for you. He's just going to let you have the ball. He's not close enough to challenge. He's not even trying to challenge. He's just running down the middle of the field. Look at the keeper. He's backed up. He's slowed down his recovery because now he's inside the 18-yard box. But this is where all it starts to go wrong. Keeps going. Still nowhere near the ball. Can't put in a challenge. Can't touch it. The guy's run from his own 18-yard box to your 18-yard box, and you haven't even tried to challenge him. You've just let the space grow and run away from him. I can't remember when I've seen defending this poor. So when the shot comes in, look at old Mr. Goalkeeper. He's all casual. Shot comes in. Bosh. Turns his back. Bang. Straight into the bottom corner. That is shocking. Absolutely shocking at this level. But apparently this is the new format of the Champions League where all the best of the best play. This ain't the best of the best, boys and girls. I'll see you next time on Cash Yells at Bad Defenders.